Queridos secretárias e secretários do Brasil, nós estamos muito felizes de introduzir uma grande parceira internacional, Abigail Barnes, que estará conosco compartilhando assim incrível jornada, a vida e obra dela, e nesse mês tão especial, onde nós estamos celebrando mulheres incríveis, inspiradoras e inovadoras. Hello, everybody. I'm here with Abigail Barnes, a great international partner of our club. And we're going to be talking about this incredible journey, life journey, and all the incredible contribution of the work she does in the community of executive assistants. Abigail, she's a time-confident expert, and very expert, I would say, award-winning entrepreneur and author, international speaker and trainer, host of the Productive Wellbeing Show, and the creator of the 888 Formula. It's so many things that we won't be able to cover anything, but let's get a little bit to know a little bit about this incredible journey. Abigail, thank you so much for being here with us, accepting our invitation. And if we could begin just for you to talk about who is Abigail, a little bit of your background.
Thank you so much for inviting me to speak and to share, to have this conversation today. So you have introduced me academically. In a nutshell, I'm just a girl with a dream who finally is following that dream. And that is just to live my life and unapologetically try things, fail, learn, and carry on.
Wonderful, wonderful. And that's so interesting, because every time more on this constant changing world, what everybody is looking for is, who am I? Authentically, genuine, our essence. The other things are our contribution, but who am I? What is my purpose, my values, my principle? What motivates me? And today that we live so many adversity, challenges, so many changes, that we already live in a new world, new time, that we are adapting, that we are co-creating. I would like you to share your own journey and all the special tips you would have.
Thank you. So I love that question, who am I? Because if you had asked me this maybe 10, 15 years ago, I would have said, I'm an executive working in the city, in finance, in marketing, and this is who I am. I would have told you my job title. I would have told you where I lived. I would have told you what I am wearing. This is my handbag, la, 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 la. It was all what I have. And then it was only 9 years ago, last month, that I had a life-changing wake-up call on a work business trip where I almost died, that I suddenly realized what I did was not who I am. Because in those moments when I thought I was going to die, there was nothing. Nothing was important anymore. Not my bank account, not my job title, not my business card, not who anybody thought anything of me. The only thing that mattered was who I was. And Pepita, I had no idea who I was, but all I knew was I was not ready to leave this planet. All I knew was that if they would give me a second chance, I was going to truly live this time around. So this was when I have then been on this 9-year journey to identify, who am I? And it's not necessarily an easy journey to go on, but it is the most rewarding journey to go on, because this is our life. This is our message. This is our mission. This is our dharma, whatever you believe in. This, I believe, like, we were incarnated to do certain things, and our job is to understand what this is and then to find the courage, step by step, day by day, trial by trial, to step into that light, to stand up, to be heard, to be this person. So who I was and who I am now are fundamentally, it's almost like, although I didn't die on that day, it's like who I was died. And so to bring this full circle to where we are right now, in the world that we live in right now, and if you're watching this in the future, you will be Googling a time called the COVID pandemic. But this time right now is when everything that we knew before has died. So who we are and who we are becoming, it's the paper is blank. We hold the pen. It is for us to write. Who do I want to be? So I hope that this answers your question. But so to go from the corporate to now teaching time management, and I would say I teach time confidence, because I am helping people to recognize confidently these 24 hours every day are mine. They are my time. What am I doing with this time? And is it creating the life that I want to be living? And if it's not, I'm the only one that can change. And if I'm not confident enough to make a change, asking the question of what do I need to do in order to become more confident?
I love the name Time Confident. Everything about how confident, how aligned you are with your purpose, with your values, with what really motivates. When we start this journey now of having the courage to dive deep on who am I, like the Lion King film talks so much, who am I, and connect ourselves with our true beliefs, with our character strengths, with what we really has value in your life. It is a life change. It is a life change. As you had your life change, this COVID area is giving the chance of people is still living, be able to have a life change. As you said, having this blank paper and getting your pen, your colors, and drawing whatever it is true for you. Wow, that is an opportunity. That is a huge opportunity. And I see and I follow you, especially on LinkedIn and everything. And you have so many creative, so many profound activities to waken the people up on how they're living on all this human dimensions, the perspectives of life, your body health, mental health, emotional health, and how you're connecting that on your productivity, your happiness. Could you share a little bit of that with us?
Yeah, for sure. And I don't want to over simplify any of this. This is a journey. This is our lives. And in 2012, when I had my near-death experience, this was my rock bottom moment. Like everything I knew was just, it no longer made sense anymore. So if this is you and this is the place that you are finding yourself in, just know that rock bottom becomes your solid foundation. This is where we are now building the new building of the life that we want to be living. So we are building our new home, if you like. The home that we had before crashed to the ground for whatever reason. Like wherever you are, take this metaphor and apply this to your life. So then everything that I teach, Pepita, is everything that I do. It is all of the steps that I have had to discover. So I recognize that if I moved more, AKA exercise, but if I moved more, I felt better. It helped my mental health. And then the more I researched, the more I then discovered that this actually was the truth. So then I wanted to do more. So movement is a huge part of my daily life. I then recognized that controlling the mental chatter in my head came down to finding peace, finding silence. So I start to research, how do other people do this? Oh, there is this thing called meditation. When I was in my corporate job, meditation was weird. People who meditated were like, I didn't know anybody who meditated. This was like 10 years ago now. And so I've then gone out and had to learn how to meditate, find a meditation teacher, ask them all these thoughts that keep coming up in my head. Is this okay? And for them to go, yeah, this is okay. And so I'm like, but I feel like I'm going crazy. No, this is fine. The voices in your head, imagine it is like you are in a restaurant. I don't know if you have these in Rio, the sushi, where the sushi goes around the restaurant in a train. So my meditation teacher said to me, imagine the sushi is going around and you say, I like that one, I don't like that one, I don't like that one, I don't like that one. But your job when you meditate is to let it go. Like a cloud passes by in the sky. You don't stop the clouds and say, hang on, let's just explore this for a minute. And why do I feel like this? And what is going on? Meditation is just about learning how to let the thought go by, let the sushi go by. So when I learn this, then I am like, oh my goodness, movement makes me feel better. Meditation makes me feel better. I will do this more every day. So then the third thing is around my mindset. What can I do to program my mind to believe, to live my core values, to change the story, to change the narrative, to become who I am meant to be, who I feel I am versus who I was. So then I find this thing called journaling, which to me was revolutionary, that you would sit and you would write, and people are like, I've kept a diary all my life. But to me, I would never sit down and write negative. I would never sit down and write positive. I would never write, and my life is so amazing. Let me tell you what happened. Like 2021, I was able to go to Rio and see people and then, you know, like literally manifesting your dreams into reality on paper, so much so that the energy is then out there. The universe has to bring you what the energy is associating with. So I'm like, oh my goodness, this journaling is amazing. I must tell people about journaling. So then I talk about journaling. So then the reading, like just reading books, we all read books, but actively reading more and reading more regularly. And it then became something that we started to teach called the 8-minute secret, where people were saying, but I don't have time for this self-care. Like self-care is selfish. I am too busy. I don't get it. And I am saying, first of all, like, don't get too attached to the word self-care. If this makes you really dramatic, just say, I am doing something for 8 minutes. Everyone can find 8 minutes. And so this is why it became the 8-minute secret, because the secret is you can change your life in 8 minutes. And if you get really excited, you can do 16 minutes. So that would be to do 2 things. You could do 24 minutes to do 3 things, and you do them throughout the day. So then I go on the journey. Well, what is breath work? Maybe I will explore breath work. What is tapping? Maybe I explore tapping. What is yin yoga? Maybe I try this. So I just literally have turned my entire life into a science experiment, and then I share with everybody when I feel ready.
That is fabulous. That is what you call it. It's a journey. It's a journey. And it's so interesting because the true journeys, or I would say the true facilitators, the most authentic facilitators, are the ones that have the courage and the sensibility of try everything on themselves before putting it out. You know? It's this scientist approach. I would say more is the anthropologist approach of things. My father and my mother, both of them are anthropologists. And the things that they most taught to us is to have the openness and the curiosity of looking with the eyes of the children, everything that is new, and feeling it on yourself, really, really not only intellectual. They were incredible intellectual writers, scientists, and everything, but they had to feel everything, the touch, the feeling, to see how that affected on yourself. And then, yes, start disseminating, because then you disseminate it with a lot of true stories. You're telling your story. And today, everybody needs to hear the stories. They need to tell and hear the stories. That is the true process of learning, of growing. That is incredible. I like that a lot.
And I think just picking up on what you were saying there about feeling the emotions. So this is the other thing I recognized in the 9-year journey from my wake-up call to now, is I never felt emotion. I felt happy, I felt sad, I felt scared, I felt worry, I felt fear, I felt anxiety. I felt a lot of like the negative emotions of people around me, but I didn't ever really spend enough time in possibility, in joy, in hope, in optimism, in pure potentiality of, if I believe it, I can achieve it. So when I say the mindset is one of the 3 pillars of the 8-minute secret that we teach, is because the mindset is such a core foundation of it all, and feeling the polarities. So you can't feel happy if you don't feel sad. The work of Brené Brown is incredible around this, the power of vulnerability. And as I said, like when something happens and that foundation, rock bottom becomes your foundation, but when you go on the journey, it's recognizing, lean into the emotions, feel the emotions, and then let them go. You don't keep the emotion. You don't have to stay in that emotion. Like if a child falls over, they cry and then they carry on and play. They don't ever say to you, I'm never playing again. And this is what, as we get older, we kind of go, oh, I'm never doing that again. I'm never being that vulnerable again, because we spend more time in our heads than our hearts. So yeah. Feeling is a superpower.
No, that is totally, I believe and I live that a lot, to really dive on all this world of all types of emotion. Today we in our club, we focus a lot on positive psychology, the science of happiness and everything. And in the new world that we're living, every time more, all these factors of positivity, of appreciation, of being grateful and everything, they are every time more and more important, even for you to be able to live more the resilience, more the adversity, more your sadness, your losses, and come back stronger. So it's everything. It's not like one thing or the other. We have to really embrace everything. If everything, we start getting more frightened, more scared, and we close ourselves for life, no? And we're living a new world, a new opportunity that we always have to praise and celebrate more life, a meaningful life, and for you to be able to really open yourself to live all these emotions and these dimensions of life, to be more whole, a whole being. We're part of the Whole Being Institute here in Brazil, that is led by Henrique Bueno, and very focused on positive psychology and all this science of happiness and everything. And I love the world of the whole. It's a well-being, but they transform it of the whole. They call it whole being. And it makes a lot of sense of what you're talking about.
Totally. And it's understanding that positive psychology is an amazing way to be, but part of it is feeling the sad feelings and understanding that they are all part of the cake. If we imagine we make a cake, happy and sad goes into the cake, but then it all bakes together and it comes out. We are all cakes. We can't leave bits out and be like, no, this is shameful. We say, okay, and we clean it, and then we let it go.
Exactly. And that's being whole. You have to include everything, not exclude. Include and have the courage and accessibility of embrace, because the human being is everything. It's all on the ups and downs of the hill. Our life is not linear, and thank God it's not linear. It will be so boring. So we have to know how to dance the dance of life. That is another master that we have of the bio dance. He says we have to dance the dance of life, embracing everything, the happenings, the sadness, everything, you know. And tell us, Abigail, you have so many incredible projects and everything that it contributes, I would say always. And today, with all this new world, this new challenges and everything that we're living, it's even more, for me, it increases the importance. Tell us about your latest projects.
So one thing that I am working on right now that started last year, actually, it's built on something called the reset method. And this is where we teach people how to set 2 goals per month, because we can overestimate what we can achieve in a month and underestimate what we can achieve in a year. So if we do 2 goals per month, by the end of the year, this is 24 things that we could have achieved in a whole year, versus a list of 24 that we try to do in 1 month. And, you know, we know New Year's resolutions never happen. So this is something that we are sort of very keen to spread around the world. And last year during the pandemic, we ran a program every month for 5 months with people to help them go through this method over 25 days. And it's all about this reset, which stands for reset, evaluate, strategize, execute, and then track. So we're reviewing where we are right now, what is going on in our life. We are evaluating, am I happy with that? Am I not happy with that? What do I want to change? I need to create a new strategy. Then I actually need to do it. So I need to execute it. And then I have to track it, because how will I know if it's worked? So we have decided that, like, based on what is going on right now, we will run these programs again. So we run one at the moment, because we are, like, depending on when people watch this, we are coming out of a lockdown. We are recording this in April of 2021. We are coming out of a lockdown in the UK. So we call this Get the Mojo Back. And I also work with people one-to-one individually if they want to sort of focus it more specifically on their career and stuff. But usually we will do this as a group, as a program. So I am working on this. I'm also rewriting my next book, which is Time Management for Entrepreneurs and Professionals. This comes out in this spring. So this is really exciting stuff.
Wow.
That
that is so great, so great. And we're going to be sharing everything for everybody. Will be able to go and check on your page and everything on your social media. And I'm very happy also to announce to everybody that is watching that we are honored to have Abigail on our Great FISEC 2021. That is our 9th Forum of Innovation for Executive Assistant. That is the largest one in Latin America. And it will be on the 10th, 11th, and 12th of September 2021 on WTC Events Center in Sao Paulo. But it's going to be watched all online. Last year, we had more than 650 participants online of 17 countries, not counting Brazil, 17 countries and 16 states of Brazil. And it was amazing because on a pandemic year, we were able to put on the most transformational forum We had Lucy Razor that was present. Lucy will also be present on this one. She is our most incredible leader, and we love, full of much more than knowledge, wisdom, and she connects all the world, all the most brilliant minds and the most generous hearts of the world. She's not of this planet. She's from some other planet, and we're grateful to have her here. So I'm very happy, Abigail, that you accepted our invitation, and we're going to have you and sharing all your knowledge, your wisdom, I would say with Brazil and the world, because we're going to have many, many colleagues of all around all the continents. So Abigail, closing, I want to ask you a last message for all the women that are watching you from Brazil and from the world. We are on the month of March, the month of the woman, celebrating the woman on all the expressions of the woman.
So I would say my message is bringing in something that we teach, the 888 formula, if you like. Remember that your 24-hour day, every single day is yours. How you fill your cup this day is going to dictate how you live your day and how you can contribute to others and support others. So making sure that you get enough sleep, making sure that you are not working too much, and then making sure you have enough time for your life. And remembering that self-care only has to be 8 minutes every single day. And wherever you are, whatever is going on, it starts by just taking a small step. If even 8 minutes is too much, 8 seconds. Just think a different thought for 8 seconds. Take a different step. Try something new. And just remember, if it's possible for somebody, it is possible for you as well. So my sort of message to others is just keep believing and be that change. But remember, look after yourself as well, because you can't help anybody else if you don't.
Thank you so much for being such a great partner of our club here in Brazil, always sending your messages or your knowledges. We're always be in touch. We're always sharing everything at LinkedIn, so everybody follow. We're going to be putting all the links here. And thank you so much for everything, Abigail. Very, very happy to have you on the program of this month. That is incredible woman, inspirational woman, and innovative woman, the 3 I's. And you have exactly the 3 I's.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
The third eye there. Thank you so much.